The Sports Corner for more on the NBA's first half and this weekend's showdown in the City of Angels. We welcome to the show via phone hoops junkie and certified NBA guru Peter Robert Casey of KnicksNow.com. Peter Robert Casey, man, you so nice they named you thrice. Welcome to the show.
Always a pleasure, Bobby. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on. We start right away with the Knicks talk. The Knicks ride into the break 2 games above 500. Give us a grade for the orange and blue here, a shade past the midway point.
I would stamp their report card with a B right now. They're obviously much well improved over last year. At this point last year, they were well under the 500 mark, and they only finished the season with 28 wins. I think they pull out at least 14 more wins.
I agree with you. I'm going to give them a B- only because I'm a little disappointed with how they've played in the month of February.
Okay, I could take that.
But we're on the same page. Amar'e Stoudemire has been some consolation prize. He will become the first Knick to start an All-Star game Sunday night since Patrick Ewing in 1992. That is, if he starts. Ewing was selected as a starter in 1997, but missed the game with injury. Peter, give me the latest on Amar'e and his ailing toe.
Well, he played very well last night. Obviously, at 23 points. He said after the game that the toe is sore, but he's going to give it a go in Los Angeles. So I think after the break, he'll be ready to go. You know, I don't see any issues long-term for that.
He's been a great player for the Knicks, and I think it's great that you had a player via free agency who wanted to come to New York.
Absolutely.
Knicks diaper dandy Landry Fields, the find of this year's NBA draft, highlights a big weekend for New York and L.A. He joins Amar'e on the trip and will play in tonight's rookie game. What do you expect from Landry Fields in the rookie game, Peter?
Well, Landry's not a showy player. He's known as a glue guy, so I don't expect him to, lead the team in points tonight. But you may see a tip dunk. You may see some great defense, which is a rarity in the rookie challenge. At the end of the day, he's going to give the coach his maximum effort. He'll grab at least 5 to 7 rebounds, depending on how much time he plays.
Landry's been the second best rookie in my mind in the NBA this year behind Blake Griffin. Would you agree with that?
That's a great assessment. I think he's outplayed John Wall. John was hampered by some injuries, but Blake will take home the Rookie of the Year prize, and I think Landry is definitely in that conversation.
Absolutely. Joined by Peter Robert Casey of KnicksNow.com in the Sports Corner. Peter, what are you most excited to see from this All-Star weekend?
I'm actually hoping for a good slam dunk contest highlighted by Blake Griffin. I think he's a great in-game dunker, but I think he has a couple of surprises up his sleeve that I'm really looking forward to, and hopefully we'll be talking about for a long time.
Is there any way Blake doesn't win the dunk contest?
DeMar DeRozan, who was a fill-in, I think, watching some of his high school mixtape dunks, I really think that he could, with confidence, he could put on a great display and possibly challenge Griffin.
I agree. Last year in Dallas, Peter, the East edged the West in front of the largest All-Star crowd in history. Dwayne Wade, who was named MVP of the game, led the way for the East. Who do you see taking it this weekend?
I see an East repeat. They have the big 3 from the Heat. They have 4 Celtics in the lineup, 2 Hawks, and then my main man Amar'e coming in there. I think the Eastern Conference will win by probably about less than 7 points.
Wow. I'm going to disagree with you. I agree that the East is stacked, but you know what? The West, and having it be at the Staples Center, and having Kobe Bryant having a rough February, I'm going to take the West and Bryant to be MVP of the game. He's usually great in the All-Star games. Here in the Big Apple, can Knick fans expect to see some hoops later this spring? Will the Garden be alive and well come the postseason?
Indeed. I think they're locked for that 6th seed. I really don't see Indianapolis catching up to them, or Charlotte, or anybody else behind them. And I think the Garden has been waiting way too long for playing basketball late in April, and I think this year is the year they get it.
You've been there to capture it all. Before we let you go, tell us about recently launched KnicksNow.com. You're the man behind the scenes.
KnicksNow.com is the new content engine for the Knicks. It's all about creating a hub for Knicks fans to come and share their opinions, their analysis of Knicks basketball, the triumphs, every time they lose, come there, talk about what they want to see from the Knicks. So it's really about bringing the fans into the fold, giving them a voice, allowing them to engage with the team, with the coaching staff, and with each other.
Peter, you're like Mr. Social Media. I don't think there's anybody more popular on Twitter than you. What has this experience been like from you, a journalist, a former basketball player, and now, again, the face of KnicksNow.com, getting a chance to do a lot of things with this brand new website?
It's great. I'm embedded with the team, so I get to get a real up-close and personal perspective of their season on and off the court. And I get to share that experience with fans who are always craving for more and more content about the team, both on the court and what the players are like as people. And I'm able to provide that, and I'm also able to recognize and give bloggers more access, and it's been a great experience for me so far.
With Amar'e and Landry in LA this weekend, what can Knicks fans expect to see on KnicksNow.com?
Well, first and foremost, on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Landry Fields will do a live an interview on Ustream. So fans can log into Ustream, the Knicks account, on Saturday at 1:30, and they can chat one-on-one with Landry, ask questions via Twitter or through Ustream.
Amazing.
And then obviously we're going to follow him and Amar'e throughout the weekend and post a lot of video on Knicks Now. So definitely keep coming to the site.
That's great. BronxNet will be in LA. I'll be in LA. I leave today, going to Los Angeles to see the All-Star game. We're great to have you on the show. Great to see KnicksNow.com flourishing. We hope to have you on another time too, Peter.
Bob, have a safe flight and enjoy the trip.
I'm very excited about it.
Absolutely, I agree.
We'll talk to you soon. Peter Robert Casey, KnicksNow.com. Folks, check it out. That's your Sports Roundup. I'm Bobby C. I'll see you next week back from LA with more from the All-Star game.